Hello, everybody, and man, it has been a while since I've said that. I don't think I made a video in probably like 5 months now. I mean, I could go check when the last video I made was, but I'm too lazy as of right now. But anyway, yeah, I mean, if you haven't noticed, I took down all my videos a couple months ago. And I didn't really offer any kind of explanation or, post a goodbye video. And I mean, there's a couple reasons as to why I did that. Mainly, I didn't want people to download all my videos, because the reason I took everything down was because I applied for a couple jobs that are more like professional level. I didn't get any of them, but I applied at a couple credit unions, looking into some internships, and I'm like, these people, if they actually have a solid doxing team, could probably find this YouTube channel. And I mean, if you were an employer, would you hire anyone with this YouTube channel? Probably not, unless you're like really forward thinking and open minded. But most employers are probably not that open minded. So ultimately, I decided the best thing to do was to just take everything down overnight. And I mean, it's not like the videos are deleted. They're technically private for now. But over the past year or two, or however long it's really taken me, I've changed my outlook on what I really want to be known for. Like I think I started this channel when I was like late 15. So I think it was December of 2015. So that's damn near 6 years ago, like 5.5 years ago. But I was sitting there playing Black Ops 3 beta and thinking, wow, you know what would really get me laid? If I smoked a bunch of weed and made YouTube videos about it. And that was the thought process. I mean, anyone who's made a channel like this, if they're being honest, they'll probably tell you, yeah, that's why I started my marijuana themed Call of Duty commentary YouTube channel, was because I thought, wow, all the girls would look at that guy and go, what a Chad. But that's not how real life works in high school or after high school. Certainly not after high school. At least I think I mean, maybe it works for some people, but for me, not really. So, with my sudden realization that smoking weed and talking about it on the internet was not going to get me laid, I started to think, what do I really want to be known for? Do I want to be that guy who smokes weed and talks about it and does other drugs occasionally and really thinks he's cool for that, or do I want to do something else? And for a while I was like, fuck, what is that something else gonna be? And right now, I mean, admittedly, I'm doing the 20-year-old equivalent as to the 14-year-old equivalent, which is trading stocks. I don't know. I never really grow up, but my plan now is, wow, I'm going to trade all these stocks and get super rich, and then all the girls are going to look at me and be like, wow, this guy trades stocks really well. I need to get to know him. That's not how real life is going to work, but that's the thought process. So with my shift from I need to smoke a bunch of weed to I need to trade a bunch of stocks, this YouTube channel kind of doesn't fit in there. Don't get me wrong, I loved making YouTube videos. I mean, I talked about fucking everything on this channel. I talked about like high school experiences, weed, I guess, LSD, mushrooms maybe a little bit, dream experiences, everything, man. And it was I grew up on this thing, man. I mean, 15 to 20, those are some years that completely suck shit, but you will always have a fond place in your heart for those. So I mean, I'm happy that I got to spend a lot of that with everyone on this channel, and I'm glad that a lot of people got enjoyment out of those videos. But I just don't have that kind of content in me anymore. I mean, I don't really smoke weed anymore. I never really even did. And every time I did, it was like, wow, I could make a really cool video about this. But now it's like, I guess it's been 3 months since I smoked weed and everyone else is smoking weed. Maybe I should smoke some weed. It's even legal for me now. I'm 21 years old and I live in Washington. So it's like the equivalent of someone going to a bar and ordering a beer. I mean, who gives a fuck, right? I mean, when you're like 16, you're like, wow, weed, that's cool. But if your outlook changes, which hopefully it does, and I'm rambling at this point, but if your outlook changes, you're gonna think about that differently. So if there's some other kind of content that I've made on this channel that you guys think would be interesting, like let's see, I did like bad movie reviews. Maybe I could get back into that. I could talk about random shit that's not related to edgy stuff. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about stocks. I know nobody gives a fuck about stocks, and the people that do give a fuck about stocks, they go to other people than me to get their stock information. So you don't have to worry about that. I keep that compartmentalized inside of my brains and spreadsheets into evil plans to take over the world. So anyway, the reason I made this video was because I decided I was going to look up Xcode's old outro song, and I found it. He has a copy of it on his Lifted Let's Plays channel, and man, just all this nostalgia came flying back. I was like, God, I used to want to be just like that guy. And you know, he looks like he's living large still, but man, all those years, man, it's just crazy. It was one of those moments where you're just like, wow, I'm fucking old. And I abandoned my YouTube channel without saying anything. So the guilt made me do it. Here we are. So I hope everybody's been doing okay since I made my last video. If you want to see more of me, I do stream on Twitch somewhat regularly. That might change when I move out. I'm planning to move out for my senior year of college, seeing as everything's about to open up again. Well, maybe. But right now it looks like that's going to happen. So probably won't be streaming too much when that happens, but maybe I will. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you want to see. If you want to see some movie reviews, some commentaries about random shit. I don't know. Let me know. See you next time. Muffin Man signing off.